Hello and welcome to this Hanna Somatic Movement practice. My name is Lisa Sack. I'm going to be guiding you through the practice today. Especially if you're new to this practice, this little short video will give you some suggestions for how to get the most out of doing a Hanna Somatic Education practice. So the first thing that's most important is that you practice in a quiet and a private space. Being able to work uninterrupted is actually a pretty important part of doing this work. So see if you can make sure that you're not going to be interrupted while you do this session. It's best for you to work on a firm surface. Your bed may be a very tempting space on which to work, but often our mattresses are a little bit too soft to provide the kind of sensory feedback that we can get when we're lying on the floor. So it's often better to work lying on the floor. You can put a blanket or a yoga mat underneath you and try to make sure that you have enough room to take your arms up overhead and out to the sides and for your legs to extend fully. It's of course important that you wear comfortable clothing, so you don't want anything that's going to restrict your movement. And it can be lovely to have some props available so that you feel comfortable and supported during the whole practice. So that could include a chair. It might mean having a few pillows or even a folded up blanket or a towel so that and have them in close reach to you so that you can find them when you need them. Now, a few words about how to practice. So the most important thing is that you want to move slowly and with awareness. So why is it so important to move slowly? It's important to move slowly because your brain needs time to process sensory information from your muscles in order to start to release chronic contraction. And it's working with your brain in this way that's going to help you to release that contraction and to reset your neuromusculature system in your nervous system. The other reason that it's important to move slowly and with awareness is because you want to be sure that you are not moving into discomfort. You don't want to teach your brain to expect pain or discomfort when you move. So make sure that you stay within your comfortable range of motion. If you do experience any discomfort, then back off. Make your movements slower, make them smaller. You can even just envision doing the movement. Visualization is a very powerful tool for beginning to reset our nervous system. When you move, there are always going to be three parts to the movement. Well, I shouldn't say always. Sometimes we just do a sort of slow flow into and out of a particular movement. But usually when we're doing this work, we practice what's called pandiculation, meaning we come into a conscious contraction and then a very slow and steady release of that contraction, followed by complete relaxation. As you do this work, please stay curious. Please be compassionate with yourself, especially if you feel like there are some movements that you can't do. Things will change with time, especially if you commit to a regular practice. So try to enjoy the journey and remember what Thomas Hanna always used to say, which is practice patience, positivity, and perseverance. And then finally, just a little quick disclaimer that this video is for educational purposes only. So if you have an injury or you have some issues with your mobility or any kind of a chronic condition that makes you a little uncertain if doing Hanna Somatic Education is appropriate for you, please do consult with your healthcare provider before practicing. Thank you for your kind attention, and thank you for joining me in this practice.